Hey, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and do a commentary. Um, I know a lot of us, and me, including myself, I was hoping that Star would, come out and just start talking, but it just doesn't. None of them's going to talk. None of them are going to say anything. Um, and doing so, all they're doing is implicating each other. And they don't want to spend the rest of their life in prison. They're not about to come out here and run their mouth about anything. They'll come out and they'll just tell you enough, just enough of what they can say, but they're not going to come out and they're not going to tell you everything. None of them will. And Star, she's still very much under some kind of satanic influence. So I think this video says it all. So I'm going to let it play and I'm going to try to do a little bit of a commentary on it. So here we go.
Did you call? These comments are going crazy.
Now this girl right here, I think that she just escaped from carbonation. And so I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys listen to it.
All day spirits are called. I mean, one spirit was called. Syrian and Mente are well protected.
Very
well protected.
Very well protected, very connected. And like in that type of situation, you have to be connected with spirit to like make it out, you know?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I was just replying to one of these.
What spirit are they talking about, for one thing? Are they talking about the voodoo spirits, spiritual voodoo, ancestral spirits? I mean, this is not anything. They're still very much under the influence of Satan. There's nothing godly about either one of them. They didn't come out of carbonation to try to take themselves away from the satanic influence. They're coming out because they don't want to get in trouble. They already know they're going to spend the rest of their life in prison if any of them talk. So let's get back to this.
It says Sunny in Jamaica, or her cashapp.
Hi, Lisa.
Wi-Fi week. Yeah, I know, man. I really want to hear sis. Like, I want to hear her out. I want to hear what she has to say. I want her to know that she's not forgotten either.
Mm-hmm. Is that a snake?
They talking to you.
Oh yeah, I was ignoring them.
If you want to answer their questions, you can.
Did you and Mente have a hard time leaving? Not necessarily. We actually just left in the middle of the night. It all like worked out the way it was supposed to. They wasn't really stressing about me leaving because they already knew like I was going to leave, but they gave Mente a hard time. Like Eligio did. Because he speaks Spanish, and you know, like they were in Mexico, and they were like, if he leaves, like, how are we gonna survive here? Type shit.
Google the shit like you do everything else. You heard me.
Right. Mente was shouting him on IG. He wasn't shouting him out. He was just trying to get his attention so he would go live with him and basically confess to what he's been doing. I'm gonna go live separately, and go into detail with everything. I feel like, yeah, it's something that I've been preparing myself for.
Okay, so they always say that they're going to come out and they're going to tell everything. They never do, and they never will because they're not going to go to prison. All of their hands have blood on them. They're not going to talk. They're going to come out and say, "Oh, this happened." They might say what each other did to each other, but they're not going to give the whole details. If they sacrificed a baby, and this is allegedly, if they sacrificed a baby, none of them say it, but they were all there involved in it. If they went out here and broke into somebody's house or robbed someone, they're not going to say that part of it. If they murdered someone, allegedly, they're not going to say that. They're not going to tell you that. They will tell on each other, though. They'll tell what Nature Boy did to him. They'll tell what Velvet did to him, and Velvet will tell what they did to the. But they're not going to tell. They're not going to say anything criminal that they've done. Yeah, I think a lot of it is too, Lisa. But I do believe though that they're all under demonic influence for sure, because even when they come out of there, they still are under demonic influence. Period. They're not trying to break away from that. They didn't see the light. They're still talking about spirits, talking to spirits, and it's I don't know. It's crazy. Let's get back to this.
I don't want to force it.
Don't. You can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Because people have been in my DMs all week, pressuring me, and I'm like, can y'all just give me some time?
Yeah, that's.
But I understand why. I understand the situation with Malia and all of this stuff. I understand why people are you should speak out. But at the same time,
At the same time, she never will fully.
Exactly. Especially not knowing what happened.
Period. That's why I say a lot of people want entertainment. I don't know.
I literally just purged from him. That's how you know he's demonic, because me and Mente literally purged his demons, for real. I did twice, he did once.
Well, we know
he was literally on a purging spree.
We know he's demonic, but we also know that you're still very much demonic as well. You still have spirits and demons inside of you too. But you all come out here and you tell on each other. You act like you're running your mouth about, oh, this one's evil. This one's, has demons. No, you all do. All of you. And look, a star. I mean, all she's doing is sitting there. This is. And in here, let me pause this because this girl is making me mad. We all thought that, and the thing is for 6 months now. How long has she been out of carbonation? She's been saying for 6 months now she's going to talk. She's going to run her mouth, but because she doesn't want to tell somebody something, she wants to say the spirits are trying to keep her from saying anything until she's ready. Okay, well, that's not it either. The point is, you've had 6 months or more. You ain't going to say nothing, and you're not going to say something. And a lot of people at the end of this video, they called her out on her crap too. They're all disgusting. Their blood is on all their hands. I don't feel bad for any of them. For none of them, because they all like what they do. They're all evil, and they enjoy it. They sit and laugh about it. They think everything's funny. They're not victims. They're predators, just like he is.
I really just came on to express that because you were playing the Orisha's music, and it reminded me of what led us out, and that spirit was really with us and guiding us. and still is to this day. Like, we've been in situations recently where like Shango would literally speak to us like it's time to leave, like it's time to like start a new venture in a new environment because it's not like where you need to be right now. And I think that's really beautiful, like to really be tapped in on that level. Like even in that situation with Nature Boy, like we were literally still tapped in with spirit, you know. And that's, I feel like that's how like it was easy for us to like free ourselves because we weren't completely under the spell like everyone else was. Like we, even though we had to sneak and do like most of the stuff. But yeah.
Nothing was done without Eligio's consent. Nothing. Nothing is done in carbonations without Eligio's consent.
Hell no. We don't even get alone time really. Our alone time's in the bathroom.
You say that again about the
Hey,
bathroom?
Tina.
I said we don't even get alone time. Like you're not even able to like express yourself. Like with me and Mente, like the way we plan to leave, like we would have to go in the bathroom to talk to each other, you know, lock the door, like plan everything. Like that's how that's how tight it is.
Yeah. Already know. When I was ready to go, I just was like, oh my God, everywhere I turned, somebody there. Like,
and we was on isolation.
Tina, this is Star. And then I guess the one on the bottom, Sarian. I'm thinking that she just got out. But Star, she's been out for a little while now. But the one at the bottom with the hoodie on, I think that's a hoodie she's wearing. I think she just escaped maybe.
And too, so I know, like that shit was crazy. Over a damn test.
I wanted to go so bad anyway. Like I had already planned to leave. It was already in my head to leave. I just was waiting for the right time, the right door to be open for me to leave. And that day that I left,
in my opinion, and even this girl that just escaped, even Star, all of them think that something was done to that baby. And she tells what Nature Boy had been saying about that, you know, somebody has to be sacrificed. So we're just going to keep watching this and we're going to expose it. And that's all we can do because these freak people are not going to come out and say what happened. But I'm going to give you my opinion. And I do believe, in my opinion, allegedly, and the crap is coming out of little horses' mouths, I think that, yes.
that's when the door opened. It's time to go. As a matter of fact, I already planned like a couple days before that. But I was just waiting for it. I was waiting.
I could feel it in your spirit. Like I didn't know like what it was until you was like, I'm ready to leave. And I was like, oh, so that's what it was the whole time. Like I could feel the energy.
I was done. That's why I was not speaking much anymore. There was nothing.
You was like, what is this? Like I'm like, what the
I was manifesting my way out of it.
Right. That isolation, that was crazy.
What?
What is isolation there? Like, it was, how many of us? 1, 2. It was 4 of us in a room together, a small ass room. We had to go to bed at a certain time, wake up at a certain time.
No, that
he was like, y'all have to wake up. Like,
that is real.
We couldn't even go get our own food. We had to ask for it. It was crazy. Like we were in jail on some weird shit.
We was fed cold food. We didn't eat till like what? Sometimes we didn't eat till like after 6. That was crazy. Shit was crazy.
Okay, guys, they're talking about when they're being put in isolation. They're being put in isolation because it was either that or they had to leave. They chose to go to isolation instead of leaving. So they did that by choice. And even if they didn't do that by choice, the FBI, as soon as they come out of there, you better believe the FBI is on top of them, questioning them. And they're not spilling anything. They're not saying a word. And was the baby stillborn, or did the baby die after birth? Anyone knows? I believe, in my opinion, and I can just tell you what they're saying, is that they believe the baby was sacrificed. And that's what I believe. And that's just my opinion.
Who was in isolation? I was one of them. I was one of them. I was in isolation. Jayon Marie was in isolation. What's her name?
Honor.
And Syrian.
And then out of the guys, it was like 3 of them, I think.
Really?
So he treats us like slaves. In my opinion, yeah.
I think it was, who was it? Tron? No. Was it Tron?
It was Kite,
Sound.
the older Sounds, and somebody else. I can't remember. Actually, I think it was just those two. We were in isolation because we failed a test that he
Now listen to this.
gave us to take.
Yeah, that was our punishment. Actually, the punishment was supposed to be to leave. Like, if you failed, you had to go. So
See?
niggas was shook.
They didn't want to leave.
I was texting my associate at the time. And I was like, yo, I think I'm going to have to leave. I didn't fail this test. I'm the only one that had failed this low. Oh, my God, I'm going to have to leave. The spirit was moving. Spirit was moving. It was time for me to go about it anyway. Fuck that test.
I just thought about something, like, I feel like whenever I really realized how demonic that cult is, or the energy, was when we were in jail in Hawaii. And I was just being an observer the whole time of everyone in jail, like all the women there, how they were tripping. And I was like, yo, I feel like I'm in like a crazy house or some shit. Like, that's really when I saw like the demons. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy.
That shit was real.
Like, it was very intense.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Yeah.
We ate good though.
Oh, Honor is in here.
They fed us good.
Alicia,
Who's in here?
Alicia.
Okay. They talk about this like it's a summer camp. I've been saying this all along, and I kind of let what happened to Tanisha kind of get to me a little bit, so I let my guard down a little bit. But I know how demons work, okay? They're all like, okay, Nature Boy and Velvet. She's like, she has a goddess status. Nature Boy, he's the god of all of them, okay? And these demons, they all cling to each other. So they're all in some way influenced by demons before they even get to carbonation. That it's not, unless these people repent, they're not, and what they're doing is probably pretty bad. The crimes that they're committing. The FBI, I'm sure they're following them everywhere they go, and they're probably building their case. But unless one of these people come out and start talking and implicate all of them, and is willing to go to prison for the rest of their life, none of them's going to talk because they're not stupid. They're not going to go to prison forever because that's what they would be looking at.
Who's that?
That's Honor's real name.
Did she say you don't know people? Is that really her?
I think so.
She's talking to someone else.
Am I legally married? Yes, we are married. Only because we had to get married. Apparently it made it easy for us to travel or some shit. I don't know.
So when he says that he tells y'all to leave, they flagging my shit.
It's like, no.
You see how they're quiet? They're real quiet when they think that they're flagging them. These girls are. Nature Boy has followers everywhere, and I'm sure he can have it put to where he can have somebody killed, allegedly, and nobody's gonna. And that's why he runs around like he's all comfortable. And like he's untouchable because he is. Nobody's going to touch him. They're all happen to do crimes, serious crimes. And that way they don't tell on him. That saves him.
They really trying right now.
Oh, yeah.
And they're both aware of that too.
I think it's good now.
Okay, what was that question again?
The purpose of him taking all the wives after we got married is because he wanted to procreate. He wanted us to have children with him, us to have children with our husbands, and for our children to mate on some weird shit.
And breed.
Like, we had a whole meeting about that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another reason why I left. That's when I noticed, like, stuff was getting weird.
Okay, and another thing you better believe they've had a meeting on, not only inbreeding their children, but also a lot of the women have been like talking about, oh, I'll drink the Kool-Aid, I'll sacrifice my life for the kingdom, et cetera, et cetera. They're doing this more and more here lately. So I'm wondering if they didn't have a meeting on, hey, okay, if something happens, we're going to go out, before we let anybody take us out and spend the rest of our life in prison. This is how it's going to be. Because those girls are not speaking on that unless they've been just discussing it. And that's a fear of mine too. And I'm afraid that this could turn into another Jonestown. And this is very, very serious.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all chill on him. I don't know what's going on with sis, but y'all chill on her, please. I don't know.
Calm down.
Honestly, incarnation, right? Well, Alicia, I apologize.
No.
Alicia left, didn't she?
I think she left after me and Mente did. She was there when I left.
Alicia, are you in? Okay, Alicia, are you in carbonate still? Are you still in carbonation? I'm looking for you. Y'all see her? Let me look at her answer. I love to hear Star sing. It's healing. My question to you, Alicia, are you still in carbonation?
Baby, calm down, calm down, calm down. I love you too. Spirit.
Okay, yeah. Somebody said, Star, my question was when he said that he has told you all to leave at some point, is that a true statement? Yeah, like he will tell us to leave, but then at the same time, he would make us feel bad for wanting to leave. Or agreeing with him saying yes.
Playing mind games.
Yeah, just fucking mind games. Like, he didn't really
like that long ass meeting we had with you about some food. Like, that was crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah, he plays a lot of mind games. So yeah, he will tell you to leave, but then he'll make you feel bad for wanting to leave. That's what he did to Bambi. Damn, I wish I knew her real name. But to my knowledge, Bambi's still rooting for him. Bambi still won't go back. Spirit. Alicia is on Beagle with him all the time. Okay. I have to make me a new Beagle. So I don't really be seeing nothing. The T posts the Beagle lives.
I think, like, whenever we were in Hawaii jail, like, I always feel bad because, like, that's, like, whenever we were there, Zoko was really going to leave. Like, she was going to go home.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, somehow we all convinced her to stay. And I always think about that moment. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, that was, like, really...
We all went through it. We all went
Yeah.
through it thinking that when a person left, it wasn't right.
Yeah.
Like, we was going against the mission. Nigga, there ain't no mission. The shit been crashed.
I'm not sure, Lisa. I think Alyssa is.
We need you back on Vigo Star.
Isn't she like the Spanish girl that talks to him?
I wish I could play it, y'all.
I don't know which one Alicia is. Alicia.
There was a song you
Does
were
anyone
working
know
on
who Alicia is?
whenever we were in the house in LA. That was so beautiful. But I don't remember if the lyrics were like... It was just a very powerful song, and I want to hear it again.
Hey, how are you?
In LA,
You dying? I don't think they're telling the truth about it, because whenever I was there, Zoko was actually going to go back home to get an abortion. And I remember Elijah was like, there's always going to be a sacrifice.
Listen to this.
And he kept saying that. And like, now that it happened, like, I definitely...
All right, guys, we're going to re-listen to that again. Now, here's where she's talking about the baby. And how he was saying that there has to be a sacrifice. Okay? So,
because whenever I was there, Zoka was actually going to go back home to get an abortion. And I remember Elijah.
So in other words, that baby was never going to be anyway. Zoka never wanted that baby. She was going to leave to have an abortion. But that she went ahead and carried it so they could do a sacrifice on it. Allegedly, in my opinion. Because that's what demonic people do who worship Satan.
I was like, there's always going to be a sacrifice. And he kept saying that. And like now that it happened, like I definitely feel like that baby was sacrificed.
Exactly. There you go.
I know for sure it was.
There you go. She was there, but she's not going to come out and say, oh, it was sacrificed.
It says, Star, they're saying someone got to you, and that's why you are not talking. But the devil is a liar. You are too powerful to back down from anyone. I am allowing spirit to move. I know y'all hear me and Siri and going back and forth, 333.
I don't get that message, but okay.
And there you go. And Star right there. Where, let's see. And this is where people starting to call her out too. It's like, well, why aren't you talking?
And like now that it happened, like I definitely feel like that baby was sacrificed. I know for sure it was.
Ain't nobody get to me. It says, Star, they're saying someone got to you, and that's why you are not talking. But
nobody didn't get to her. Nobody has to get to her. She has committed, allegedly, so many crimes right alongside with them, and has participated in so many things that I don't even want to say half of what I think they've been involved in. And that's why she's not going to talk. And if she ever did get brave and was like, I don't care if I go to prison for the rest of my life, I am going to talk, they would come after her. And she wouldn't make it till the next day. In my opinion.
Devil is a liar. You are too powerful to back down from anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I am allowing spirit to move.
No, you're not.
I know y'all hear me and Siri and going back and forth, 333.
I don't get that message.
See,
okay.
After how long has it been? 6-8 months, and you're still waiting for your satanic spirit to guide you into speaking. You have been speaking. You've been speaking on only what you want to speak on, which is telling on them for what they do to you, and vice versa. It doesn't matter what, you're not going to tell anything else but that.
I mean, if it's getting too boring for y'all, I know I've been on here all day, boring.
Yeah,
it's
we're
okay
bored.
If you leave.
We want to leave. We don't even want to give you 5 more minutes of our time. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we've been thinking that you were going to have the balls to finally speak up. But you ain't nothing but a liar. Just like your father. You're a liar. You're never going to say what happened over there. No, none of you are. And you're never going to bring him down either. And that's why there's going to be a lot more victims out there. Not the victims like you, because you're not a victim. But there are real victims out there who didn't have a choice that I'm sure all of you guys have heard. Those are the real victims. And there's going to be many more because you won't speak. Allegedly.
Oh, I don't really pay attention to that. I just don't.
To be honest, I don't know what he meant by that. That's just what he kept saying. Like, there has to be a sacrifice. There always will be. Like, he just kept saying that. And I guess that says enough. Like, that speaks for
Spoken
itself.
just like Satan and his demons.
How long have you been on live? I just got home, so I haven't been, like, on social media like that.
Hours. I think
Exactly.
I started like around maybe 4.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that has been a while.
Oh yeah, spiritual warfare.
So yeah, maybe Sunny, is she still trying to get in? Like, I wanted her to get a chance to come in too.
This. I ain't gonna play the movies.
Nope.
I mean. We don't know that. I don't want to read that.
Hey, stop it. Oh my gosh, this stuff.
I said, why don't Solar leave if he hurt so bad? Y'all really think it's really just that easy to leave?
Not if you're in that. No, when you're there.
It's not easy for them to leave because of the fact that the crimes they've committed, how are they going to come back out here and try to live a normal life after that? And they always have to wonder, is this going to catch up with me at some point? Am I just better just to stay here or to leave?
It's not.
No.
It's not. Especially
like you said, like most people don't even realize
especially
the spell until they leave.
Believe something so strongly. It is not easy. When it's time for you to go, there will be a tug of war.
People are mad because you didn't give the content they wanted.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah. That's why I haven't gone live yet.
I'm not worried about that. I did want to talk to Cashapp, however you say that baby's name. I would really love to let her speak.
Yeah, if she's still trying to call in, you can definitely let her in.
Not in here.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if she's in the room, but she's not in my calls. And someone said, "Are you afraid to leave? Does he threaten you?" I just said, like, he'll say, "You can leave, you can go." He'll say all types of shit, and then turn around and manipulating you for choosing whatever before the kingdom of God.
Like, we're going to go to hell. If they believe they're going to go to hell, they leave. I'm sure.
That's crazy. No,
Because they're already.
somebody said y'all never talked about jumping him. No, we actually never did. Like, everybody was so in love with it. No. When I snapped out of that shit, I had nobody to talk to.
Okay, Tina. What I mean is, like, there are times, okay, and I can't say for sure. You know, all I can say is allegedly, but like, if they're doing sacrifices or committing robberies because they're making their money somehow, or killing people, or if they are raping, doing sexual assaults. I mean, there's been talk like where they've been kicked out of different places because of allegations of sexual assault. I mean, it's hard. We just do not know what all they have done. But whatever it is, the crimes that they are committing, allegedly, it has to be so bad that none of them are speaking. They're not saying anything. They'll tell just so much. Like Velvet, she'll say what Nature Boy did to her, but she's not going to say what they've done together, what crimes they've committed together. I hope that makes sense.
Terry was in and out. So it was like, I couldn't really talk to her. She was in and out.
I feel like
When Izine and Shaka came, that's when I could really open up and speak on how I felt. Because he already came there not agreeing with how Alihio moves, how he do shit.
And someone in the comments just asked her, well, if you guys have so much information, why don't you just go to the police with everything you have? And they just skipped right over that question. They're not going to answer that.
It was really, y'all know they cook, so they was.
You know how he got me?
How niggas was eating. So
he made me his Velvet's assistant. That's how he got me, or tried to get me.
Yeah.
So he I had to literally take care of baby Ellie, cook for them, like everything they wanted, basically what Loyal does, and that's how he tried to get
you to the beach.
Yeah, he literally tried so hard, and I feel like he did for a few weeks, but then I literally broke out of it that quick, because I started having visions. I've been having visions since I was young, and whenever it started happening there, I was like, whoa,
it's all mental. Like my man, Lord Jai was saying, all is mine. I'll put my phone on the charger now. I don't know how it's going to start acting once I do. But I'm feeling like it's almost time for me to get up off of here anyway.
Yeah. At a certain point,
Yeah, I did it.
Training.
A lot of energy today.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go rejuvenate.
I need some. I was about to make some ginger tea.
I never witnessed him having sex with a man. Everybody wants he does. I never witnessed that shit.
See, they'll say certain things about each other within the community, Like, oh, well, I never seen him have sex with another man. Or some of them might even come out and say, hey, I've seen him have sex with another man. Or they'll say things like that about each other and incriminate each other in that way, but they don't take it further than that. And they never will. They will never speak on the crimes they've all committed.
Boomy, did you want to get it? Is that your name still? Boomy? Literally, Boomy.
I always wondered about that.
Nigga.
Sorry.
Boomy.
I miss you.
Boomy. Yo, your name really is Boomy. You funny as hell.
That's what I always wondered.
I mean, I
Like, why
think
is
you
his
said
name
it
still
before.
this? That's such a frequency.
Huh?
I always wondered about that. I was like, why would he want that frequency as his name? But like, if he likes it, that's what he likes, you know.
Ooh, me. I don't know if that's a great question.
I remember in Carbonation, he changed his name to Me. And that was like the most Me. So it's Master Me.
For real?
Yeah. And that was like the most hilarious thing.
Really? Yeah. Alio tried to fuck with him too. Alio didn't like that. Boomy had clap back. Alio didn't like that Boomy question shit. So he tried to fuck with him too, tried to play mind games with him too.
Because Boomy was very mature. Like, whenever you're at a certain level of maturity, it's kind of hard to, like, you know. Because he came in with that.
I ain't tripping off your name, Boomy. It's just funny because it's just like I would. All right, like when I say your name, Boomy,
I don't see the comments anymore.
when I say your name, Boomy, I'm not thinking that you're spelling it Boo. Me. Like, so when I seen it, that shit was hilarious. That shit is hilarious, bruh. Have I tried to contact Jayon Marie's family? I don't know how to. I don't know how to. I mean, I don't know how to. I wish I could though. Spirit will make a way. My voice will be heard. Everyone's voice will be heard. Those who come out and speak up, voices will be heard. We're taking this shit down.
I feel like that's a part of the reason why we were, like, led there in the first place. Was to, like, experience it so we could, like, you know, share awareness once we break free from it. Yeah, I can't see comments anymore, so I have no idea
Really?
what people are saying. Mm-mm.
They're still here. Oh, they want you to speak on. Boomy, you sure you want to come up? I don't see no requests, but you sure you want to come up? Because it looks like they about to get your ass for.
I can't wait to be. What they want to know.
Coming out, Boomy? about to roll me a blunt. That's what I'm about to do. A documentary. ZA. What y'all spelling? ZA. Who's ZA? Something just spelled out ZA on my keyboard. Out of nowhere. Like,
Oh, that's what you doing.
Zay? Who's that? My name's Zyle.
Okay, guys, let's fast forward this just a little bit because
And I'm doing that regardless of speaking out or not. Like, you don't know what goes on behind scenes and in the spirit realm.
I'm gonna get you, Boomy, when we done here, all right? I got you.
Yeah, Boomy can go ahead and come in. It's okay.
they don't want Boomy to talk.
You sure, Mama? Ain't nobody rushing you.
Yeah.
Don't nobody get rushed on here. Like, take your time. Like, say what you want to say. Feel how you want to feel.
I was just going with the flow, and also I can't see the comments, so I don't know like what people.
That's annoying.
Yeah, so that's why I was.
I get it. I get it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, this is very serious. Y'all must show compassion or go on about your business. I love you, Jazz.
I do want to speak on something. I guess spirit is guiding me. Like,
Sorry, guys.
all right. It is time.
It is time.
So, one thing you must know about being in carbonation is the women there believe that if you have sex with Eligio, you will become your higher self. And it's not just sex. He teaches that they have to do anal. And from my experience, when before I left, he separated me, Mente. Well, actually, all the women, all the men. All the women were staying in a house with Eligio, and all the men were in a different apartment. And during that time, like, I was going through it. Like, I was like, yo, like, what is happening? I don't want to be with, because he was like, y'all are all my wives now. And I was like, I don't even want to be with you. Like, you knew from the beginning. Like, we always talked about that.
Yes, I knew you never. I am a witness. I slept by you every night.
I never wanted to have sex with him. I never wanted to be with him. I didn't want to be, like, I just didn't. Like, I didn't feel called to. And it was actually to the point to where, like, the women were questioning me, like, why, like, getting offended by it. But basically, whenever he separated me, like, I was going through it. Like, there was a moment where, like, I was literally on the balcony, like, crying, like, yo, like, wanting to leave. Like, it was at that point, like, I don't want to be here type thing. And he basically used...
Priscilla, they're only going to tell so much, and they're not, I've already figured this out, they're not going to say a word.
I always, like, referred to Asia. Like, you remember when she was there and he was like, he summoned me. Do you remember that?
I don't think I heard him say that.
No, she said that he summoned
her.
Summoned her. Like, he called onto her, summoned her. Like,
that, I mean, that sounds about right. But no,
yeah, so, like, that's kind of what happened to me. Like, it was like a situation where he manipulated me to have sex with him. And the next day, which is like basically like my whole body like rejected him, you know, like, and like I was in pain all night, like literally like crying. Into the next day where we had a meeting and I was expressing to them like, yo, like I'm literally in pain. They're like, it's because you're in resistance, blah 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 blah. And then that same day I got in trouble. And wow. So he basically, whenever we get in trouble, we have to be quiet. And after him experiencing my energy sexually, like, what's up? I'm alive now.
Peace, Minta.
Peace. You're good.
Not too much. How you doing?
Amazing.
This guy.
He's Minta. Minta is hilarious. But go ahead, Mama. Oh. Syrian, are you still there? Syrian left. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. How did you get back here? Ashe. Ashe. Nah, you good, mommy. You good. You good. You good. You good.
Yo, peace.
What up? Peace, peace, peace.
How you doing?
I'm well. I'm grand. How are you?
I'm wonderful. You know what I'm saying? I'm still off the high of our newborn daughter. You know what I'm saying?
It's so beautiful.
I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I want to say two things to you first and foremost. First and foremost, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate your energy. I always have before we went to Carbonation, when we were there, and I just appreciate your genuine spirit, you know. And the second thing I wanted to say is I appreciate you holding me accountable for my actions, being there. You know what I'm saying? I felt the mama in you. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I never felt the way. Even if I felt the way about you calling me out, it was more directed inwardly. You know what I'm saying? But I felt the. You know when your mama lets you know, it's like, damn, you know, I ain't want to hear that. But that you hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say that first and foremost.
Amen.
It's like you're a bit. So.
And my shit being flagged. It's okay. I hear you.
How you been?
If we have to, I'll leave back out and bring you back in. But
Okay.
I'm grand. I'm grand. But I'm here.
I see you. I've been seeing you live since earlier today. I didn't even know you've been live since then.
Yes. Yes.
So am I coming through clearly?
It's been a very long day.
Okay, let's fast forward this just a little bit, guys. I don't want to miss too much of it for you, but a lot of it's just the same thing.
We are finally free. Yeah.
Okay, we don't need to hear her sing.
Finally free.
She has a beautiful voice, though.
I never would have made it.
Okay.
We are. More.
Can you see me?
I see you.
Okay. Y'all can hear me good? Okay. So I don't know how much of what I was saying earlier that they heard. You know what I'm saying?
It's fucking up.
Wow. Versus funny. I guess I gotta make a platform to really spill it. It is.
I mean, it's up to you. You want to keep trying? Because I'm with the shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to keep rolling. Damn, because I really want to make sure people are hearing me clearly, though.
Well, right now I can hear you, and when I can't, I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. So, what I was saying is I appreciate you holding me accountable for the actions that I took between me and Sunflower. You know what I'm saying? And I will say, you know what I'm saying, like, admittingly, I did put my hands on Sunflower. I didn't hit Sunflower. I grabbed.
See how they will say what they do to each other, but they're not going to say what they've done to strangers and other people or babies.
Sunflower, which was still totally inappropriate. And you know, I definitely was in a space of confusion. Like, but y'all remember, like, when I came there, we were already separated. And so I was already challenged with communication issues with her. And at that point, I feel like I had became frustrated, and I feel like I didn't know what the answers were to sustain a healthy relationship, right? So I ended up coming to carbonation by myself, you know what I'm saying, on my own journey. I felt like it was something there that I needed to gather. And to my surprise, Eligio actually called Sunflower and like suggested that she come. Now at that point in time, I feel like I had done everything that I could do for our relationship to potentially stay together.
Right.
And when he called and suggested her to come, she kind of just went forward, like off rip. And I feel like right there, it was a situation where in our relationship dynamic, and I feel like this happens a lot, that Eligio's suggestions are reign supreme over whoever the women are involved with.
Get off my shit. I'm listening, mommy.
I was just saying, like, one thing that a lot of the men be challenged with while there is Eligio's opinions be reigning supreme to the women over the men that they be with. You feel what I'm saying? So there was certain things that he was suggesting that I didn't speak on it a lot then, but we spoke about it after. I felt insecure to what I felt she was being submitting to his will and his suggestions on how things should go. And I feel like she was like super resistant to me. You feel what I'm saying? So it put me in a space where I was confused on how to handle the relationship because it seemed as though she was like listening to him. And I remember being like, dang, like I really don't even want to get physical. Like what do you mean? Because I remember like we had one conversation. I was telling her about what happened with Velvet on the 4th, right? And I'm trying to tell her to kind of like let her know what happened, anticipating that she'll be like, oh well, no, I ain't going for that. Ooh, right?
Right.
And to my surprise, now you mind you, like all in the whole mind frame of what's going on in the environment, her response to that was, well, shoot, I mean, you might need to put your hands on me one day, do. And I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what is, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is this? And I know in her mind, she was kind of like in a space trying to make sense of the environment too. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But, you know, that was like, I remember like being up like all night that night, like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a call. So yeah, I'm like, wow, like what is this, right? So mind you, before we got there, we got communication issues, and it got to a space where it's like a couple days, like her attitude was just like just way off than usual. You know what I'm saying? Now mind you, she's pregnant, she got a young child or whatever, but it was just like a day. It just seemed like me and her was going back and forth, and we had no issues, but it just seemed like it was just like extra attitude, you know what I'm saying? So in my mind, I'm like, is she really trying to trigger me to be more aggressive with her? Like I remember like taking a step back, like, what is this? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm definitely not justifying. That's why off rip, I'm like, I'm wrong. I'm definitely wrong, because even with what she suggested, what she said out her mouth, I know she really didn't mean it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I had the choice to use my own discernment to make my own choice, whether she was off her square or not. Because at the end of the day, I came there not have no vibe about putting my hands on a woman. I've never put my hands on any other woman prior to that. I never put my hands on her prior to that. So I definitely am not trying to make no excuses whatsoever. I'm just trying to paint the picture of the clarity of what goes on in the environment and the confusion that be encouraged. You feel what I'm saying? But I totally take responsibility. You feel what I'm saying? I totally take responsibility. I mean, even her family. I've even had talks with her older brother. Like, me and her older brother then sat down on some real respect type shit. Like, and he didn't have to let me know, like, bro, this is my sis. Woo-woo. And we didn't have to have certain shit out. I didn't have to humble myself like, you right. Like, you feel me? Like, I didn't have to humble myself. He's younger than me. I'm humbling myself like, you're right. This is your sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was out of order. You feel what I'm saying? So, but I will say, like, I did not swing, hit her. Like, as a matter of fact, I was scared. In my mind, I'm thinking if I don't get physical, I might lose. I'm thinking if I don't get physical,
because that's what was being amplified at Carbonation.
Right. So, and then mind you, I brought it to her. She like, yeah, you might have to put your hands on me one day. I get like this and that, and I'm like, what? Like, what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that definitely happened, and I definitely take responsibility for that. And I remember when I put my hands on the record. I feel like off rip, I knew I made a mistake. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why nah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and in my mind, I'm like, you don't really want this. You know what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm like, whatever you was talking about, I might need to put my hands on you. I'm like, look at you. I'm like, as soon as I put my hands on you, you like falling apart. So you really don't want this. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like for real, you really don't want this for real. You know what I'm saying? And but like I said, that's still no reason. Because at the end of the day, I really didn't even want to stay present to even witness what I witnessed going on with Velvet. You feel what I'm saying? I even reached out to her firsthand and spoke to her firsthand, and I apologized for not stepping up and speaking out and being more boisterous about what happened that day. And she even was like, no, I'm not even going to let you hold that blame. Because she was like, I probably wouldn't have left at that point anyway. This is done and so forth. You did what you need to do for that moment. And even still, I felt the need to still express what I needed to express. You feel what I'm saying? Because I felt like in not doing whatever I didn't do or not leaving at whatever time I should have left, I condoned it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just really wanted to express that. And like I said, I appreciate you for holding me accountable. And I appreciate this platform to be able to talk about it open and freely. And if anybody got any other questions, you know what I'm saying, I don't mind, you know what I'm saying? Because to me, I feel like that's the worst thing that I feel like I participated in. You feel what I'm saying? So I want to go straight there and deal with that. Anything else, I have no nothing to hide, you know what I'm saying?
I had to go through that. I had to see what was going on there. I had to experience what I experienced, and it is what it is. I'm now here to take that shit right on the fuck down. As I have been chosen to do so.
It's been 8 months.
I just didn't know at that time.
Why haven't you?
No. So somebody said, so wait, you heard the bad but still went. I mean,
someone just asked her, are you actually going to talk about what you saw or went through? She's looking right at the comment and she's not going to answer it.
Didn't I just say I felt like I could heal the man? I felt like I could heal him. Trust me when I tell you. Spirit.
Okay, you guys, we're coming into the end of this.
It was a part of my journey. It was a part of my journey. It was all a part of my journey. If I didn't go there and experience the things that I experienced there, how could I be able to relate to everyone that is there? If I wasn't put there, how would I truly know what was going on? And y'all sitting here keep asking for details. I've spoken. You must not really be following me. Like,
See, she's not spoken. And everybody keeps asking her because there's other victims out there that's going to end up getting hurt because of these people. And they want her to speak out, but she's not going to. And now she's making them look like they're stupid by saying, well, if you have been listening, I have been speaking out. No, the only thing that we've been hearing you say for 6 to 8 months now is they're going down. I'm going to talk. But you haven't said anything.
Spoken. I have spoken up.
No, you haven't.
Now, I'm just on here being guided.
By Satan?
Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak victory during the test. And no matter how you feel, speak the word and you will be healed. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord. Whoa, whoa. Absolutely, Ashe. I'm definitely not. Like, I'm just like, if you are not, if what I'm doing is making you feel uneasy, like, I just suggest you just remove yourself off of here. Like, I'm moving, I'm being guided to move. And this what it is. I thought I was gonna.
You look like you're high. Okay? It doesn't look like to me that you're being moved to do anything but get high.
Don't get off. Not yet.
Somebody said he's been grooming that girl, which he's talking about Zoka. He's been grooming that girl to sacrifice her baby since her conception. It's pure evil. And as you heard on here, Zoka planned to come back to the States to have an abortion. She did not want that baby. She didn't want it, but she went ahead and did what she was told to do because she truly believes that that freak of nature is her Messiah. So that's why she felt like she had to go ahead, allegedly, and sacrifice that baby alongside of them.
I know, right? People are talking about you in a negative way when they've been in a narcissistic relationship. It's the same thing, right? A lot of people are judging, but a lot of y'all getting smacked by y'all niggas too. A lot of y'all out here acting crazy too, cause y'all niggas doing fuck shit. You ain't gonna speak on that shit though. You don't get on your live and speak on that shit though. You ain't gonna let that shit be known though. But you gonna judge people who going through the same thing you going through. See?
Where nobody is judging her, no one is judging her. What we want to know is why you've been saying that you're going to come clean and expose everything. And then now you're on here acting like this and basically lied. You did a complete turnaround. Like everybody truly believed that you were going to come out finally and speak out and say something. And everybody thought you were brave for doing so. And here you're acting, I don't even know. I'm not going to say.
Like I said, our people need healing. Mental. Just mental issues, yo. Issues after issues after issues. Voids after voids after voids.
Future victims need to be saved too. Sorry I keep interrupting, guys, but this girl, she's got me heated today.
That's what's up. And if I'm guided to speak with y'all, then Ashe, so be it. Spirit.
Okay, is she all right, or what's going on with her? Come on, sit up and finish this video. Come on. Stop calling the spirits into you. Keep them spirits out of you. That's what your problem is now. And she looks broken. She looks like she's been involved in so much crap, it's not even funny.
I will. I'm grateful. I will. Very soon, actually.
Now just watch her demeanor here. Watch how she acts. Like you can, if you're looking carefully, okay, and if you're a Christian, and I'm not talking to everybody in here because maybe not everybody's a Christian, but watch this last part here because you can see the demon in her. You can see it plain as day. Just watch. You can feel it in her. Even her comments here, these people are saying she's letting the spirit move her. And they're like thinking that that's okay.
Yeah. Long time coming. It's been a long time coming, but I know change won't come. Oh yes, it will.
You guys can listen to that on their own. Somebody else commented, Soka, the pain bleeds through her face, and Solar losing his way. Well, it's not because they wanted that baby. I think that if they had just went ahead and gave it, had the abortion like they wanted to do, I don't think it would have affected them as much as actually seeing it being sacrificed, allegedly. Because you could tell something's eating away at them. And it's not just, it's hard for any woman to lose a baby, but it goes beyond that. Beyond that.
Soon I will lay to rest. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Ashe. Ashe. All right. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Justice for baby.
Okay, my babies. It's about that time. I've done everything I've been guided to do.
No, you
today.
haven't.
I see that I haven't went in my inbox, but I see that I have messages in there. So I'm guessing that's you guys hitting me up. Maybe some of you for the interviews that I told you that it's time for me to start doing. And some of you who want to help me, who actually want to help. I'm so serious, guys. Like, carbonation is done.
Sure.
Okay? Done. Finito. No more. 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 I have to go cleanse. Clean my energy. Girl, you know I'm tired of your ass. Get the fuck out of there.
Offset, they have a lot on each other. A lot.
Ashe. The ancestors came through and showed out today.
All she's doing is misleading people. She's lying to everyone.
I love them so much. I love my spirit team. I love my spirit team. A lot of you, I do want to say that some of you spoke that Oya. I'm a daughter of Oya.
Listen
I
to
know.
this.
I know. I know. I know. But that's all I'm going to say.
What the heck? What was that? Now, if that's not demonic, I don't know what is, okay?
Yeah. Yes. Sure. Everyone purge. Everyone purge. Take a spiritual bath, spiritual shower, whichever you choose. 1, 2, 3. We've done a lot today. We are not finished.
Yes, you are. I don't want to hear no more of your lies.
Okay, you can get blocked too, because if y'all don't see what's going on by now, you do not belong here. You don't belong here. And don't go in trying to make another page and come in here, because clearly you don't agree with what's going on here. Y'all gotta make that shit make sense to me. Y'all gotta make that shit make sense, because it don't. Continuously putting your energy somewhere that you don't approve of, that you don't like, something that makes you feel uneasy. Heal, baby. Heal, baby. Release any and everything that don't serve you, baby, so you can heal. If you see something ain't working for you, try something else. I don't have no way to reach out to Jayon Marie's family. It would be nice if somebody would reach out to me. Okay. I'm tired.
And that's something else too. Every time she does a video anymore, or at least a few videos since she's been out of carbonation, every time, almost every time, at the end of the video, she says how tired she is. How tired she is. I mean, could it be that she has like some kind of medical condition, if you guys know what I mean, that's maybe just taking all the energy out of her? Or, I mean, what is up with that? Like, and you could just see it in her. She's wore out.
I'm gonna go rest.
No, she's not.
I love y'all so much. And we back at it again tomorrow. Alright? So you're taking him down by dancing. You can get blocked too. Y'all just be weird.
Exactly. Why come on here and do? And she has a beautiful voice. I'm not going to even lie about that. I love her voice. She can sing, dancing like Velvet does, getting up and dancing, trying to look cute. She ain't a bit cute, trying to act cute. What does that have to do with anything? They say one thing, then they do another. It's Crazy.
111.
All right, guys. That's I don't know what happened, but I think I got taken out of the stream again. Okay, I'm gonna put up. Let me see. I'm gonna put up the link in case anybody wants to come forward and they have anything they want to say and join the panel. This video is long. That girl, and they don't say nothing. That's just the point. They don't say anything. It's always the same thing over and over again. I think every time we're so, we're excited because we think, okay, finally, maybe. At least Nature Boy, he's going to pay for half the stuff he's done, maybe. But no, none of them speak out. I think they're using the platforms, and it's like Lisa says, it's for entertainment or something. Like, it has nothing to do with anything they've been through or anything that they've done to other people. It's all about they get on there, sing and dance and try to look cute, and they don't say anything. Yeah, exactly. Long for nothing. And it's like a waste of people's time because we're waiting to hear something. She's said that she was going to come out and make statements and take them down. She's not doing anything like that, and she's not going to, because in all reality, if she did, if Velvet did, if any of them did, they're just giving themselves away. And they don't, and I'm telling you, they're going to spend life in prison if they were to run their mouth on about anything. So I haven't had anybody that came up yet and wants to say anything. Usually I have a couple of people that wants to come up and talk. And she just had me mad today. She had me so upset. And I thought, okay, this is going to be a long video, but I want people to see that this girl is not serious. She's not about to come out and be honest about anything. It's very disappointing. And I'm not going to call them girls victims anymore, because they're not victims. They're there because they want to be there. The real victims are the people that they prey on. The baby they may have sacrificed, that's a victim. So unless the FBI or somebody actually steps in and does anything, nothing's going to be done. And I truly believe that's just that they're not doing anything, because I do believe that they watch Nature Boy closely. They know where he's at all times. Nature Boy is smart, but he ain't smarter than an FBI agent. And you better believe that when one of them people escape out of there, that the FBI is there to speak to them and try to get as much as they can out of them. But they're not going to speak. They don't speak. Instead, they'll come online and they'll say a whole bunch of nothing. They'll say a whole bunch of nothing. And if they're mad at one of them, they might even say something about that person that they're mad at, like, oh, he hit me, or, but they're not going to tell you all the crimes they've been over there committing. All the alleged rape or sexual assaults that they've committed, probably homes they've broken into, businesses they've allegedly broken into. They're not going to tell you none of that. If they sacrificed a baby allegedly, they sure aren't going to say nothing about that. They might hint around to it and say this or say that, but they will never come out and say, yep, I was there when it happened, yeah. Because if that one girl who was sitting there talking to Star, she was there when it was going on. If she was there to hear Nature Freak talk about how that baby had to be sacrificed, she was there when it was being sacrificed. But she's not going to come out and tell you. She's only going to give you bits and pieces. She's not going to give you the full story. So, okay, guys. Does anybody want to come up and on the panel and give their 2 cents? Because you know what? A lot of people are not going to agree with half of what I have to say, and that's okay. That we're here to agree to disagree, or, everybody has a right to their own opinion. And that's why it's good that we can talk about this stuff, because everybody can give their own opinion on how what they think. So, but I'm going to be keeping an eye out. I haven't heard anything about Malia. I think Nature Boy's keeping that under wraps. I don't think he's really. Has anybody in the panel or the comments, have you guys heard anything about her? Because I've been trying to find out what I can, but there's just nothing. Like, everything's hush hush right now about her. Have a good night, Lisa. Thank you for joining. All right, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to try to see what I can find out about Malia. And if I find out anything, I'll come back on. But until then, you guys have a great night.